very excited. I'm Sean. If you don't know me, I teach yoga all over the place. Things to look out for. Broadbrick Brewing is opening soon. We're going to have yoga there, and I just locked in, I don't know the dates yet, but I'm going to be teaching yoga at Dodd Stadium in Norwich, Connecticut, big baseball stadium. That sounds fun. This summer when they start letting people in. Anyway, that's the news. Hope you're doing well. Hope your really weird world is treating you okay today. Let's do some yoga. Just assuming we're all on board. Rock and roll. Ready? Sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. And then like the same way that a dog like circles its spot that it wants to sit in for a while, just kind of honing in on that perfect place. Do that in whatever space you're occupying right now. Whether that involves like a little wiggle in your seat. You might even use your hands to kind of move your flesh around. Make sure your sits bones that you sit on are nice and even underneath you. Equal distance between bone and floor. Do a couple, like, pretend you're doing the backstroke. And just do a couple shoulder circles. Your eyes can be open or closed. Doesn't matter. We're just getting loose. Go the other way. Swim forward. Swim backward. Cool. Shake out your hands. Breathe in, lift them up, shake them. Breathe out, let them go, shake them. Sometimes when I first start class, I know you're not supposed to touch your face, but I'm like, I should do that. Just kind of wipe away the day. And then slowly kind of find in the center, kind of like a pendulum swinging back and forth. It's wild at first, but eventually it just finds the middle. So your movements get smaller and you just slowly, easily, no force, make your way into stillness. Your hands are literally wherever you want them. It's impossible to do it wrong. And you just sit and watch your breath. And when you watch your breath, there's a million ways to do it, but just notice there's two kind of camps of thinking, right? Think about the way that you would watch a rambunctious child that is accident prone and likes to break things and hurt himself. You watch this person climbing on the monkey bars, you're like, oh my God, 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 oh my God. It's not that. Watch your breath the way that you watch a sunrise or a sunset. Watch your breath the way you watch the waves crash in and go out at the beach. There's never a thought of, oh, I need to save this sunset. I need to fix this sunrise. This ocean today is meh, right? Those are thoughts that don't happen. You just sit back in awe of its majesty. Watch your breath like that. Nothing to change, nothing broken, nothing to fix. This is where we practice objectivity with the first thing we'll ever experience in this life and the last thing we'll ever experience in this life, and this thing that carries us through every other experience, breath. Just watch it. As you draw air in, the breath around your face becomes the breath inside your lungs. And in an instant, all the oxygen necessary to go to every cell in your body gets delivered immediately. And as you let it go, the breath is completely something else. Now it's CO2, going to feed all the grass, grass, trees, and flowers around you. And then just as you're ready for another one, there it is, right in front of your face. Every time. Once you have it, you can't keep it. You'll die. You have to let it go. Practice. watching this thing. It happens all on its own, with or without your participation. But watch what happens when you do participate. You devote all of your attention to this breath in and this breath out. Get your body involved a little bit. See if you can get a little bit taller on the inhales, just a little. No force, just kind of guiding your spine straighter, the crown of your head towards the clouds. And then on the exhales, find places you can let go of tension, physical muscles, forehead, eyebrows, face, tongue, neck, big time, shoulders, fingers, toes, knees, inner thighs. Where can you surrender to gravity and allow your body to be heavier? Boom, grounding down. From that grounding, your sits bones press into the floor, your knees get heavy, you use your core a little, belly button comes in and up, heart might even puff out a little bit as you fill, you get taller, straighter. And then everything on the outside, from your skin down to your bones, where can you soften? A couple more of those. Very nice. Bring your hands to your heart if you're into that sort of thing. Bow your head if you're into that sort of thing. Set an intention for your practice. Why did you click on the Zoom link today? Why did you sit down in your place today? What are you trying to accomplish here? Even if the answer is absolutely nothing, just make sure you're on the same page with you and where you're going. And we'll ohm about it. You can ohm. You don't have to. I'll never know. I love it. It's fun. It's just a sound. It goes om. It's easy. Ready? Take a big breath in. Awesome. Stay right there. You can open your eyes. You can kind of wiggle your arms out a little bit. We're going to start off with a couple seated sun salutations. I may turn. Definitely don't put too much stock into what I'm doing with my body. There will be a lot of times where I'll say a pose and then I'll get out of it because I'll be talking about it. Anyway, try to follow the vocal cues and not necessarily my body. I'm not the best demo person, but I will try. Awesome. We're going to practice linking breath to movement. So a couple little vinyasa sun salutations right here from seated. It's easy. It's a full body thing. We're just sitting. So you want to really kind of like let the speed of the movement match the speed of your inhales and your exhales. When your lungs are full, you get all the way to the top. When your lungs are empty, you're all the way to the floor. Let's play. On the inhale, come up, hands and heart lift up, press your hips down and lift your heart up. Breathe in all the way. And you're gonna hinge right at your hips. Keep your tailbone on the floor, breathe out, and you're gonna come all the way to the floor. Stay here for a second. Push your hands into the floor to rock your lower back towards the back wall and then down. You wanna create this nice curved scoop in your low back here, and you do that by pressing your hands forward. You might even grab the mat. Let your head go. Take all the tension out of your neck and shoulders. You want to just gently push your low back, tailbone down, and let your heart drape over your shins. Let your head come to the floor. Let all the tension out of your neck. And then now here, stay low, stay folded. Let your back body fill up with air as if your whole back is made of a lung. Just kind of like let it inflate, and then on the exhale, soften again. See what new muscles are in the game for softening now. One more of those. Press back and down with your tailbone. Fill up your whole back, upper back, mid back, low back with air as if you have lungs down in your hips. And let it go. A little closer to the floor. Now we're going to move a little quicker. Inhale, you're going to come halfway back up and scoot your heart up, spine straight, lift your nose. Fill up with air. Tailbone is rooted to the floor. Fill, chest fills. On the exhale, come back down. Rise all the way to the top now. So you root your tailbone into the floor and scoot all the way, like spine straightens, vertebrae one at a time. All the way up again. Fill. Keep your tailbone on the ground. Don't let it lift. You're going to exhale all the way back down. Scoot back up, halfway lift, so palms down, straight arms, heart up, shoulders roll back and down. You're wide across the collarbone. Breath out, come back down. Fill up all the way to the top. Rise high in. And down. Do that whole thing one more time without stopping. Exhale, fold. Halfway, scoot up, straight spine. Exhale down. Rise high again, in and up. This time we're going to twist. You're going to go to your right, just 90 degrees. Boonk. Turn your heart open to the right side wall. So arms are straight here. Press your fingers into the floor and your hips down to lift your spine. Gets longer on the inhales. Use the exhale to turn. Now you use your arms, turning, twisting. Soften your spine, turn your heart towards that side wall. One more time. Butt down, head up, straight on the inhales. Twist on the exhales. Front and center, unravel, come up, inhale, reach up. All the way down, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, heart up. Exhale, fold, come down. To the top, rise again, all the way. Twist to the left now. Your front hand can be all the way in front of you in the middle of the mat, or you can touch your knee or your hip. Again, hips down, you want to get long, up and down, floor to sky on the inhales. On the exhales, that's where the turning, the twisting's happening. Try to soften the muscles around your spine when you do that. The inhale to lift. Exhales for twisting. One more time, unravel all the way up, in. Exhale, fold all the way down. Half lift, come up. Exhale, fold. Rise tall to the top. Last one. Breathe in, reach. Hands to heart, breathe out. Shake it out. Nice. So now you're going to walk over your knees, bring your feet behind you. We're going to go into child's pose, but take a tight. Yeah, if you're anywhere near as tight as I am, you're going to want to do some moving around first. So come to like all fours, shift your weight back a little bit. You can straighten one leg, kind of sink your weight into that heel. Get a little calf stretch going, switch. You can also do some ankle circles here. Just trying to get some fluid moving around in the joints. And then do the same thing with your knees and hips. So stay in this 4 on the floor. We'll come back here and do more fun stuff. But for now, just kind of like big circles. Hips coming up and around and back. And go the other way. Nice and slow. Keep watching your breath. Pretend you're still meditating. Just because we're moving around doesn't mean you can't watch your breath just as intently. It just requires attention and intention. Awesome. Now come back into a child's pose. If your hips and inner thighs are tight, we're in the wrong shorts for this. You want to take your knees out wide. If your low back is the tight one, you're going to take your knees together. Knees together gives you a big scoop in the low back, big stretch when you drop your head. Knees apart gets this like half split action going on across your hips. I'm always tight in the hips, so I always take my knees wide, but ask your body what it needs and act accordingly. can sit up in child's pose, kind of rock back and forth, and then you want to make your way down. And I'm going to give you the freedom at home here. Well, I'm just going to hang out in child's pose and probably cue the breath, but if you want to do like arms behind, lift one shoulder up, that's a cool twist. Nice ways to wake up the body. You can go one hand. Maybe I am going to cue all these options up. You can come under with the shoulder. Some folks like to bury their forehead in the mat and take their wrists behind next to their ankles. It might feel good. It allows me to let my shoulders and neck go. But then just start walking your fingertips forward. Now you want to, just like before in those seated sun salutations, you want your hips back and down as far as they'll go. You're trying to sit on your heels as close as you can to it. Wonder how that went.